I'm Brian. I'm the creator of the I'm From app, and I'm going to give you a quick little tour about how to use it, and you can do some exploration on your own after that. First thing we want to do is find a live stream that is currently active. What I do is usually go up to YouTube. I type in live under the search window. You'll then see filters. I will then ask for live under features, and then after live under features, I usually go by view count. Now, typically, you can look, these are all live streams. Many times what I like to do is look for a fortnight session because they typically have a lot of people watching. Like this one has 18,000 people watching currently. So we'll go ahead and open the window here a little bit. We have to wait for the advertising to go through, so let's kind of get through all this. Sorry, people. Once we get through with that, we skip the ads. Now we have an active session going. We go under share, and then you can actually copy the URL. So what we've done here is we've located a live session, we've copied an URL. That's really all we need to do in the browser at this point in time. So we'll go ahead and close it. Now what we do is we open the I'm From app. We pop him open. When it opens, it'll launch a new window. We can go down into the bottom right, and there's a gear. Inside the gear, there's a number of different windows. There's a progress window, which we'll get to later. In the stream window, this is where you want to paste in that URL for the active live stream. We have a number of different things. Wait for active stream. We're going to keep that active. We're going to show our viewer pop-ups. We could have an audio background file playing, which fades in and out. We're not going to do that. We're also going to inject some random addresses to give you a feel for what it looks like when users are actually go ahead and populating our map. So that's pretty much all we had to do is we pasted the URL, we said inject. Now we're going back here, and typically this actually would be over on a second screen. So I'm going to move this over to the second screen and press the start button, but I'm going to move this out of the way. Typically what I do is I go over here, I click on the map window and do a Control Command F so that we go actually into full page mode. Once we do that, I can back up a little bit. Now I'm on the other screen and I'm going to hit the start button, and when I do that, I can show you here. Progress starts, the pre-roll counter starts going, and as we're going now, you can see there's it's polling, it's getting the chats, and it's actually geocoding those and placing them on the map. Notice also that it's actually, these are the, over in the stream window, these are the viewer pop-ups where as people are logging in saying where they're from, we're placing them on the map with animation, pops up and down. Also what we have is the timers in the upper left in the font color that we've chosen. The title is in the upper right, you see. The captions are what's scrolling in and out down here on the bottom left. You saw some of those. So each one of these lines is a separate caption that scrolls in and out with some sort of regularity. There's actually method to that madness. Over in the actual chat, these are the actual people logging in at this point in time. We're going to get back to that a little bit later. So right now what we're doing is we're going ahead, we're populating. We can look back over here at the progress. You can see we're done polling. We've gotten all the chat messages of all the users that have said where they're from. Now what's going on is that it's actually geocoding all those addresses, and it takes about 4 or 5 seconds per individual user in order to geocode those. So we have to wait and let that run through. The only thing you can do at this point in time, notice the resume button is dimmed out because there's nothing to resume, it's still processing. The only thing you can do is if you decide that you want to go ahead and reset. The performance of the app shown on the screen, this is my MacBook Pro, which is an Intel processor. The M1 is rapid, fast, there's no issue there. I also should bring your attention to the fact that I'm using Capto image capturing software, which tends to use a significant amount of processing power too. But still, you can see that the animation is fairly fluid. As you're going, you can use your magic mouse to move the map around, and it'll go ahead and place new markers as they come, but you can move the globe and spin it around. There's a number of different features. You can set different modes for the map. You can have hybrid maps, you can have satellite, you can have names of countries. Right now I have just the default map, which does none of that. You can see we're probably about, at this point in time, about 2/3 done with our geocoding of all the users that we had captured. Again, the users are over here. As each new user comes in, you'll see a new one is added to the bottom as they're actually geocoded. And so let's go ahead and let that run its course. You'll notice over here there's plus and minus buttons to zoom in and out. You can also do those with hotkeys. And there's in the help menu, there is a pull down where you can say, show me all the different hotkeys, and you can look at those if you choose to. Work with that mode. Typically, I actually use the buttons in the bottom right, though. They seem to work fairly well. Once you have things running here, I would suggest, again, this window is typically over on a secondary screen. And then this is your primary screen. So once all of our users are there, we can go ahead and start looking at some of these other features. Typically, all of these settings, you're not going to do anything. Once you're up and running, you're not going to do anything to adjust these. This is just whatever you decide that you're going to set up for the show, you do that. Decide, each one has a checkbox saying, yes, I'm going to use captions, and here they are. Yes, I'm going to use a countdown timer, and here it is. Now, the countdown timer is unique in the sense that you always have a countdown timer from 1 to 12 minutes, whatever you choose. And if you have the countdown timer unchecked, countdown still goes on. It just doesn't display it in the upper left. So now we are done. Okay, so all of the users are there. You can see that we have a number of different people here. Whenever there's green, that means that that person, that viewer, has a geocoded address that is there. And so what does that mean? That means, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit on some of these so that we can kind of see things. Again, you would not see this kind of performance on your machine because I'm using this image capture software. But what you can do is if you go over to the right, you slide over. I have my magic mouse or trackpad. You can slide over and notice you can actually zoom in on a particular location, or you can show a location. So what I'm going to do is say show, and there it is. What it does is it centers that. Now what he's doing clustering too, but he centers on that individual. And then you can hide. You can go to a different user. And let's zoom back a little bit. You can do a show on that one. Notice as you show the user, it pops them up over on the left. This is really good for question answer modes. So if users ask questions, again, this is usually on another screen, right? So you can have, looking at these things, field individual questions and have it actually zoom over to that particular location on the map. And that it makes for a real interesting show. Let me back up a little bit so you can get a better feel. So that's pretty much the crux of it. There's a number of other different features that you can do. You can zoom in on various locations. You can zoom in with animation. You can do a number of different things. But this was, the whole intent here was just to give you a feel. Now what I was doing, we did that initial capture, right, where we said, okay, give me all the chats. Now we can actually go ahead and do a resume, because presumably we have some new users that actually came on. So you see now when you do a resume, it goes out and starts polling for 30 seconds and captures any of the other new chat that has been added to this live stream. So this is incremental, so it's going ahead and just capturing all the new chats. And as you see, the polling sequence is going to be completed. And then you'll notice the processing is moving along at a slower pace again, because what that tells you is that there were a number of people, a number of new messages in the chat with new users, with new from locations, and there's quite a significant number of geocodings that has to occur here. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to give you a feel for how things work. At any point in time, you can hit the reset button, and then that's it. Everything gets cleared from the map, everything's gone, chats are cleared up, and we're good to go. So that's it. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you taking the time to look at this. Go ahead and experiment yourself. Get a feel for how the app works. I think you'll see that it's pretty fun, and you'll see the performance is much better when you're not doing screen capture simultaneously. Thanks again. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye.